If you will change, everything will change for you. You don't have to change what's outside. All you've got to change is what's inside. To have more, you simply have to become more. And then he said, don't wish it was easier, wish you were better. Don't wish for less problems, wish for more skills. Start working on yourself, making these personal changes, and he said it'll all change for you.
Anything in life that you put your mind to, you can do. The world is your oyster. That's all I tell people.
Whenever I get to a low point where I think, why do I even bother? I just remind myself, this is where most people stop, and this is why they don't win. And this relates to another one, which is a reminder for the gladiators in the arena who feel beat up and scarred with no hope in sight. Building a business is hard. Hard feels shitty. This is what hard feels like. And this is why most people can't do it, but you can.
Don't quit. Get off your butt. Get out of those stands. Get in the arena. Get dirty. Get sweaty. Get bloody. Get knocked down.
Ideas don't come out fully formed. They only become clear as you work on them.
A lot of people are unclear what they want from life.
Life is shorter than you think. Okay, you're 25 and you're thinking, wow, I've got 10 years to figure it all out. I've got all these vistas of time. I'm young, I'm healthy, etc. You don't have nearly as much time as you think you do. It goes very fast.
Really?
So you need a sense of urgency and energy.
I don't know why, but when people tell me I can't do something, I don't know where this came from. It makes me just want to do it more, to be honest. If you tell me I shouldn't do something, that's fine. But if you tell me I can't, then everything in my body just wants to go, fuck you. I obviously can.
Understand that it's very hard because it's luck. A lot of it's luck. And I think that you got to just put your mind to it, man. And when you are in that mode where you're grinding and coming up, you got to just be like straight on that. Like no partying, no going out, no distractions, lock in. That's it.
Everybody, it's Groundhog's Day again for David Goggins. If you pan it down here, you see it's about 3 o'clock in the morning and there's not a car or a person in sight. If you pan over here, it's the same thing. Not a car or a person in sight. People want to know where I find my strength at, where I get my strength. I get it from a lot of places, but right now, this morning, I'm getting it from, there's not a motherfucker that's up. There's not a car, there's not a person. Everybody's in their bed, sleep, dreading that it's a Monday, hate it's a Monday. And I'm loving it. I'm loving that. Where everybody's getting weaker, I'm getting stronger. It's not about the running, the swimming, the push-ups, the sit-ups. It's about what those things do for your mentality. You don't get better on the daggone couch. You get better by coming out here and getting the fuck after it every daggone day.
You have to have no fear. You have to have no fear. You have to believe in who you are and what you do and just go fucking get it.
I think you have to work every single day. I think that's where your confidence comes from. Because when nobody's looking, that's the time that really counts. That's the time that really matters. And I talk about basketball more than I talk about anything. It's because it's the one thing that I think I know the most about, and I don't know nearly as much as I think I know. But the finished product is the easy part. The games, like I can literally play in the games in my sleep. It's like the working out at 5, 6 a.m. and then all the practices and all the extra conditioning, like that's the hard part.
I'll trade everything I have for the one thing that you have. And I'm like, man, I'm fucking broke. What are you talking, me? I go, what's that? And he said, youth.
People think that you should be weak and you should be docile and then you should be a pacifist. He goes, no, you should be a monster. He said you should be a monster, you should be ruthlessly ambitious and then learn how to control it. And it's that old expression, it's better to be a warrior in a garden than a gardener in a war.
I got into it deep, like really deep, just meditation, visualization, and just realizing how powerful our minds actually are, like how we really do paint our world with our thoughts and our level of self-belief.
I went from a very average thinking person, like just average 19-year-old, to getting, I don't like reading, so I literally got on all these TED Talks and on YouTube, and I just started YouTubing videos about self-belief. What does it mean to be confident? and what does it mean to be a winner? And how do you become a winner? And I would watch hours and hours of Tony Robbins and Les Brown and TED Talks, and I like taught myself how to believe in myself and how to think that I was greater than just this kid that was a dropout who, you know, never really had great grades, never really was the starter, never was the captain of a team.
I don't give a fuck anymore. I'm not afraid of it because I've had plenty. And now it's just time for me to say I'm tough, because what does not kill you makes you strong.
Bro, I can manifest like a motherfucker. Do you believe in it, in the metaphysical sense? You believe
100%. Everything comes from the imagination. Everything comes from before this microphone was a microphone, someone somehow thought about it. Now, how can I speak into something that would amplify my voice and blah, 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 blah. And then this came out of it, and it's evolved over the years. But everything comes from the imagination. So the power of the mind, people don't understand. We still don't understand. I still don't understand how powerful it is. I'm still learning. But I know one thing is I can make things happen.
Lots of free dopamine out there you can grab a hold of. You can scroll through that phone. You can nibble on that freaking sugary, tasty treat. Get that dopamine fine. You can do it that way. Gets you nothing. In fact, it does get you something in the long run. It gets you trashed mentally and physically. Don't go for that little easy free dopamine. No free dopamine. Earn it. Earn it doing push-ups. Earn it doing burpees. Earn it getting after it.
So I came up with a slogan, and I tell it to my kids all the time. I say, there's no losing, only learning. There's no failure, only opportunities. And there's no problems, only solutions.
See, look, one thing I want you to promise me is that no matter how long it takes, keep going. No matter how much it hurts, keep going. So you was placed on this earth for a reason. You weren't meant to be average. You were meant to excel. You gotta understand that this grind is meant to make you who you're supposed to be, a dog. A little grind ain't never hurt nobody. Stop being soft. Let's embrace it. If you go through that fire, you're gonna come out real cold. That's what we want.
What is the best advice you've ever heard or received?
Spend so much time on self-improvement that you have no time to criticize others.
Love it. That is great advice, and no one's ever said it on the show.
If I'm running on a treadmill and I get to mile 9 and I get complete cramp in one of my legs, and I know I've told myself I'm going to run 10 kilometers today, he goes, I will have to limp the last mile, even if no one's watching, because I can't let the demons in. And if I let the demons in, they'll show up in the 11th round of a championship fight when there's 50,000 people watching me in the audience, and I know deep in my self-story that I'm the type of person that quits when things get hard because I got off that treadmill at mile 9 when no one was watching. It would modify my self-story. The commitments we keep to ourselves and what we do when no one's watching is the most persuasive evidence that governs everything we then do every day thereafter.
You have to eat the dream. You have to sleep the dream. You have to dream the dream. You gotta touch, you have to see it when nobody else sees it. You have to feel it when it's not tangible. You have to believe it when you cannot see it. You gotta be possessed with the dream. And every single day, you've gotta wake up and put forth effort.